If I could go back in time, I would grab my younger self by the shoulders and tell him everything I know now. The mistakes I made didn't just cost me relationships, they shaped me into someone I never wanted to be. But the worst part, I didn't even realize I was making mistakes until it was too late. If you're struggling to attract the opposite sex, listen carefully. This story might just change everything for you. I learned the hard way, but you don't have to. What I'm about to share isn't just advice, it's a roadmap to avoiding years of heartbreak, confusion, and frustration. If you've ever felt invisible, rejected, or like you're constantly doing something wrong without knowing what, then keep watching. This story is for you. I wasn't always bad with relationships. In high school, I had confidence, not the fake kind, but the type that made people comfortable around me. I was friendly, easygoing, and enjoyed making people laugh. I had friends, I was active in sports, and people naturally liked me. But when I reached college, something changed. I became more focused on finding a relationship instead of just living my life. I thought being in love was the ultimate goal, so I started chasing it instead of letting it happen naturally. That's when I met Emily. Emily had the most captivating smile and a laugh that could light up a room. She wasn't the most popular girl, but she had something about her that made her stand out. She was different from anyone I had ever met, and I knew I wanted to be with her. After weeks of casual conversations and nervous attempts to impress her, she finally agreed to go on a date with me. It was magical, or at least I thought it was. For the first few months, everything felt perfect. I was attentive, fun, and spontaneous. I made her feel special, and in return, she made me feel like I was the only guy in the world. I was convinced that she was the one. But then, I made mistake number one. I started to lose myself in the relationship. At first, I thought love meant putting your partner first. So I did. I stopped hanging out with my friends. I quit my hobbies. I skipped the gym. I ignored my personal goals. Emily became my entire world. Every free moment I had, I spent with her. I wanted to prove my love by being available 24/7, responding instantly to every text, and sacrificing anything that might take me away from her. I thought this was what love was, giving your everything to someone. But what I didn't realize was that I was suffocating her. She tried to warn me. She told me she missed the old me, the one who had a life outside of her. But I didn't listen. I thought the more I gave, the stronger our love would be. Until one day, she left. Her message was short. I can't do this anymore. I feel like I'm drowning in this relationship. I need space. I was shattered. I had built my entire life around her, and without her, I felt empty. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. My confidence was destroyed. I became bitter, blaming women for being too complicated, when in reality, I was the one who ruined the relationship. Months passed, and I convinced myself that my problem was bad luck, that maybe women just lost interest for no reason. Then came mistake number two. I tried to be someone I wasn't. Instead of working on myself, I tried to become the guy I thought women wanted. I thought, maybe if I change my personality, I'll finally get the attention I deserve. So I started hitting the gym, not for my health, but to impress others. Wore clothes that didn't match my style, but looked cool. Memorized pickup lines and flirtation techniques. Tried to act more dominant because I thought women liked that. For a while, it seemed to work. I got more attention, but deep down, I felt like a fraud. The relationships I attracted were shallow, and every time things fell apart, I was left even more broken than before. Then one night, I met someone who changed everything. The person who opened my eyes. Her name was Sarah. Unlike Emily, Sarah wasn't the type to fall for surface-level charm. She was different, mature, confident, and emotionally intelligent. We met through mutual friends, and at first, I tried to use all my new tricks to impress her. But she wasn't buying it. After a few dates, she finally said something that hit me hard. "You're trying too hard." "What do you mean?" I asked. She smiled, stirring her coffee. "You're doing all the right things, but it doesn't feel real. You're trying to impress, but you're not being you." I wanted to argue, but deep down, I knew she was right. For the first time in years, I decided to just be myself around her. No rehearsed lines, no pretending, just me. And to my surprise, it worked. Sarah liked me, not for what I was trying to be, but for who I actually was. It was then that I realized my biggest mistake. I had been chasing attraction instead of authenticity. The lessons I learned. 1. Stop making others your identity. Losing yourself in a relationship is one of the fastest ways to lose attraction. Maintain your own life, your own hobbies, and your own goals. People are drawn to those who have purpose. 2. Confidence comes from within. Confidence isn't about looking good or saying the right things. It comes from being comfortable in your own skin. When you stop seeking approval, you naturally become more attractive. 3. You can't fake connection. Attraction built on pretense will always fade. Real connection happens when you're genuine. 4. Improve yourself, but for the right reasons. It's great to work out, dress well, and improve your social skills, but do it for you, not just to impress others. When you focus on being the best version of yourself, attraction becomes a side effect. 5. Let love come naturally. The best relationships happen when you're focused on being happy, not chasing validation. Conclusion. The happiest I've ever been today. I'm in a relationship with someone who loves me for who I am. But more importantly, I love myself. I no longer seek validation, and ironically, that's what makes people naturally drawn to me. If you want to attract the opposite sex, don't chase people. Chase growth, confidence, and authenticity. The right people will come into your life when you stop trying so hard to make them. Never make the mistakes I did. Learn from them, and start living the way you deserve. Do you relate to this story? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to comment your thoughts, like the video, subscribe for more life-changing stories.